All right, so we're working with George here, who's, throws really hard for his size, but he's just trying to get a little bit more, and where he can really get it is in more forward trunk. Forward trunk tilt, meaning pushing that trunk out as far as you can into pitch release, has a high correlation to velocity. So he wants to stop early with his trunk because he extends early with his front leg. And when your front leg, when you land, the quicker you extend, the faster you stop your trunk. That also has a high correlation to velocity because it's pushing energy up. But the problem is the reason when it extends, the trunk stops is because that energy is ready to go and transfer. So what we're going to try to do is try to get him to, it's not so much to extend the leg early, but to get more energy wanting to push out or push into that leg, and it'll make everything happen later in the movement. And that has to do with his momentum. He wants to drive more vertical, so he's finding that he doesn't have as much power when he gets his force vector, his shin down, and he starts driving out. But that's why we use these assistance bands. So these assistance bands help someone that is trying to learn a more linear drive by putting them in a lower force vector where they're probably not going to move as well, and it gives them that sense of power to be able to move well, so he can feel all that linear energy and feel it in his trunk. But we'll watch him do it, and you can see what he's challenged or what's challenging him. And this is in a chest up, so you can just focus on how your trunk's moving forward. Okay, so you can see he knows where he has to go because he's been in this program for a while. He just has a hard time down there getting going. And you can see he even looks like he's struggling a little bit with this assistance band that's pulling him, but it's giving him a little help in moving, and you can see his trunk going forward. And when his trunk started going forward, he started spiking the ball in the ground because he's used to his trunk stopping early and then he releases. Now his trunk's going farther forward and he starts throwing the ball on the ground. So remember too, when you start messing with the kinetic chain and you start getting, say, if you want more forward trunk, you start getting more forward trunk, well, anything above that is going to be out of timing. Now he has to work to stay more relaxed in his arm, even get more thoracic extension. So when he pushes his trunk out, his arm doesn't want to go so early. So he's just trying to keep the energy moving, pushing the trunk farther out with more linear energy and getting the arm to then release all that energy as late as possible in the movement. Looks good. What does it feel like when you do just a regular throw? See if you feel the actual trunk. See if you feel the trunk, any difference in the trunk, like just a normal throw, like just a normal throw.
Just a normal throw?
Yeah, normal throw. See if you feel any difference in your trunk moving. It looked like a big difference.
Yeah, it felt more out here too.
Do you think that was what you were going for, or did that just...
It just happened.
It happened? Yeah. That was huge. So it just happened from all that work, because you did about 30 drills right there. Yeah. But more than likely that's going to want to go back. But if try it again, try to keep getting linear, keep the shin loading longer, and then getting as much linear power as you can. Don't let it pop up. .86 is not bad. I think only thing there, and then it's just working on separation. Separation. All right, so it's cool. So if you're looking at your delivery and it's getting really good, but there's one little piece that really you're leaving on the table, that's where you basically want to find whatever drills we have. Ultimately, this is when you're way into the program. You find whatever drills you have, and you start really enforcing or using those drills to fix that one little spot. Like those assistance drills are really helping him get more linear and get more linear trunk. And that might be one little piece that if he can get better without losing the rest, whereas Velo goes 94, 95, 96, 97, which would be exciting. Yeah.